Hi everyone, it's Alexandra from Alexandra Plans, and I'm so excited to share with you today's video. I'm going to do a flip through of my April 2016 bullet journal setup. I have been blown away by the response for the initial setup video for April. I'm almost at like 20,000 views, and it's blown me away, the support of the bullet journal community, as I share with you all my ideas and what I've done with my bullet journal. And I'm super excited for next week's video, which I will go through the May 2016 bullet journal setup, what I've kept, how I've changed things up a little bit. But for today, I'm going to do the flip through for April. I'm going to do a quick recap of what I went through for my April setup video and then go from there. Last time I had shown you my table of contents, and I had left off right about here because I filmed at the end of March. So I've included these couple of pages since the month began. Okay, and you'll see here for May, and I'll go over this next week, I did a different color for the new month just so visually I can tell the difference between April versus May and so on, and I'll do different colors for the upcoming months. So I added a YouTube idea subscriber growth page, a morning affirmation page. Of course, I have my April daily pages, a dessert log, and my son's immunization record. So quickly, we are going to go through what I went over last time. Here's my key. I'm not going to go into detail with this because I did go over this on my setup video, but my key is still here, okay, that I use. My sketchnote ideas for lettering frames, separator, headers, and other icons. I went over this in my last video on easy ways to decorate your bullet journal, where I go over tips and tricks for all of these things, how I do my different fonts and things. And again, you don't have to be an artist to make your bullet journal look pretty. I can't stress that enough. Just simple shapes and colors really make your pages come to life. And again, check out that video because I think it's really helpful. Here's my year at a glance and future planning, where I went over, I included birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays in here. My shipment tracker, my Instagram inspiration pages, okay, are still there. This is my long term for the next 3 months. I added in a couple things, my bring dump, and I'm really happy that I actually tackled a couple of things in my bring dump. Okay. So my currently page, this is a little snapshot page that I filled in as the month went on, and it's so nice now to have this. I'm currently reading Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I'm in the process of reading that. Watching a bunch of different things here. Mets baseball, diehard Mets fans, me and my husband. Days of Our Lives, Big Bang Theory, and of course I'm a CNN junkie. I mean, that goes with being a history teacher, but yeah, the 80s and Race to the White House we were watching. And then listening to, we had Chicago, I was listening to that. I'm kind of old school these days in what I listen to. And then of course when Prince passed away last week, that's been on heavy rotation in my house. Me and my husband are diehard Prince fans, and we were lucky enough to get to see him in concert a few years ago. And so yeah, he's been playing really like nonstop past week or so. So yeah, it's a nice snapshot of what's going on here. My April tracker, now that the month is pretty much over, it's kind of what I expected it to be. I noticed like, and this is why I think this is so helpful, is you get to see your habits and you might, like, if you didn't have this, it'd be kind of hard to reflect on how you did. So I noticed here with like my hydrating, I noticed on the weekends, I'm not very good at drinking my 64 ounces. Here, when things got a little busy last week, I forgot to take my vitamin. I did pretty good with no spending. I was very good at updating my Instagram, except for this weekend, this past weekend that got a little crazy, but pretty good nonetheless. 15-minute clean, kind of what I expected it to be, like once a week, twice a week if I'm lucky. That's kind of realistic for me. I did very well with my gratitude log, my meditation, my YouTube. I was very good at doing at least once a week. No ice cream. I did actually okay, considering that there were so many birthdays in the month of April. So I'm kind of proud of myself. Not too bad. counters in sync, you know, good thorough scrub down once a week. Lister's Got a List and Passion Theme Life. It was very hard for me to keep up with 2 challenges. So for this month, if you haven't seen on my Instagram already, I am hosting, along with Christina 77 Star on Instagram, we're hosting the Doodle With Us in May challenge. And it's basically a doodle challenge that we, for the month of May, focus on all things that were related to spring and this time of year. And it's a really, really fun doodle challenge. You can use the hashtag Doodle With Us in May, and we hope you will join us. It's really, really fun. Just a good way to practice your doodles, and it's a good thing, like, let's say at the end of the day, if you want to unwind or something, it's just nice to just kind of like do something like that and just take your mind off of a long day you might have had. And so it'll be fun, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. We're very excited that a bunch of you have expressed your enthusiasm for it. So that challenge is the only one that I'm going to focus on in May. So that will be that. And then my blog, I was good at, you know, updating at least once a week, which is kind of what my game plan was anyway. Okay, my gratitude log. Let's fix this over here. I loved this feature. And so, I mean, it was just so nice to reflect back on each day. My level 10 life and goals didn't go anywhere. I'm going to reassess this, I think, every 3 months. I think that's more realistic for me rather than monthly. I do refer back to the goals, obviously, and how I plan on maintaining them every once in a while. But I'm going to reassess this, let's say, in July and see how I do, okay? My infamous recipe log. I've added, I think, 2 more recipes since I did this in the beginning of the month. But again, I love this feature. The to-do list for my son's birthday party was very, very helpful. I loved checking things off. It made me feel so productive. And the memories page came out really nice. Now, I should have kept in mind that April is usually a very eventful month in the household here. And so I probably should have done 2 pages, or I should have made these a little smaller. But lo and behold, it came out really, really nice. And for the month of May, I'll probably keep it to still a 1-page spread, but for the month of April, I probably should have done 2, but it's okay. It turned out great regardless. And a lot of cool things happen. This is the Passion Theme Life Doodle Challenge I finished up. I actually took the initiative and caught up yesterday on everything. So it came out really, really cool. You know, I use the Tombow markers for all of the illustrations here. Okay. My monthly, I like that this was separated out into the morning, afternoon, and evening sections. I didn't really use the goals very much, and I don't know why. I'm going to try it again for May. If I find that it doesn't work, then by June I'll switch it out and I'll maybe tweak this a little bit. But I like that it was separated out into the 3 sections for the days, so that if I had things in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, I had a place to put them. Everything wasn't really scrunched. Okay, so this is where we left off in my setup video here, because I filmed last month, March 29th. So everything here, unless you followed me on Instagram, you've gotten little sneak peeks, but everything from this point on is new. What I decided to do, and this is just me, I had to keep, because it's just a visual thing and I'm just like a little weird like this, but I had to keep all the headers the same. I need the cohesive look. I don't like when the headers mix and match all that much, but again, that's my personal preference. But I kept it the same using the ombre effect with the Tombows that I showed you how to do in the last video on easy ways to decorate your bullet journal. Did the time tracker. Okay, this here, in the meantime, I did YouTube ideas and subscriber growth. Now, you guys are so amazing, and never in my wildest dreams did I think I would surpass this number. So I had to move this because now I'm close to 1,100 subscribers in a 1-month time period, and I'm just floored. You guys are honestly so amazing, and the support of the bullet journal community is absolutely fascinating to me. And again, thank you for following my little channel here on YouTube and following me on Instagram and what have you. I just hope I can provide great videos for you and you know, for just ideas, if you feel like you're stuck in a rut with how to go about planning out your bullet journal, again, I'm here to help. And so there's this affirmation thing here. I found this quote on Pinterest, and again, I'm in a very creative place in my life right now, so I felt like this part especially here proved to be very inspirational to me, that knowing that creative abundance is available to me, and that, you know, with the support of the universe, I will continue to create nice things, you know. But not even that, it's just nice in the morning, just reading this and just kind of resetting my mind in a positive direction for the day. And again, I like that feature. Okay, so when April came, I did floral headers. Okay, just experimenting with that. It came out really, really, really cute. And then by the first full week of April, I did a weekly overview. And I went over this in my daily planning video, where I use a trickle down method where I look at my long term, I look at my monthly, and then that gets transferred over here to my weekly, where I have a to-do list, my meal planning, and any notes I need to make note of. And then that gets transferred over to my daily spreads. So you guys have probably seen this spread from that video, but I condensed the time trackers. I went with a party banner theme because it was my son's first birthday, so there was lots going on. So that was that. Then the following week of April, I did an arrow theme. Again, I kept it very simple. I kept my weekly my weekly spread here with my to-do list, my meals, and my notes. Okay, and things like that. Then to piggyback off of the recipe log, I did a dessert log. These little doodles were inspired by the revision guide on Instagram. I love her. So I did like an arsenal of desserts. Again, I'm not a big baker, but when the holidays come around and stuff like that, I like to have ideas of what I've already done and not flip through so many cookbooks. So I had done this and I liked that, and I'll add as I go. Again, it's customizable. I mean, I've never baked a pie or anything in my life, so I don't have a place for that. But again, you customize this the way you want, if that's your thing, if you'd like to bake. My birthday week. And again, thank you all for those of you who entered the giveaway. I wish I could give prizes to everyone, you know, but the response was great and I'm really, really thankful. And so moving on here, I mentioned in my decorating video on how to do this font. This was inspired by Writing Bravely on Instagram. I love the chunky, kind of like graffiti looking font almost. And I use the tombos for that ombre effect, and I go over that in that video. I use like squiggly line separators. I did that for the time tracker too. Okay. Same thing here. Then I had done an immunization record. Okay, I'm not gonna, this is kind of covered up, but I do have a picture of this on my Instagram before I filled it out. But again, with my son and his vaccines and things like that, God forbid I ever lose that immunization card, it's nice to know that I have a reference point here that I can refer back to, and I have it written down somewhere else. And again, if you have more than one child, you could dedicate a page to each of your children and just keep record of their vaccines as they get them. I have the vaccine, the date that they got them, how old he was when he got them, the doctor or the hospital that might have given it to him, and if he had any reaction to the vaccine. So that's what I have there. I felt that was very helpful. And then last but not least, I have my spread for this week, and it's very, very different. And what I did was I combined my dailies with my weekly. So in my weekly, I had my to-do, my notes, and the meal planning. I just incorporated it down here, and I did the meals for each day. I really liked how this turned out. And again, you don't have to be an artist. Simple shapes. I did triangles, and I kept stuck with the color theme with the blue, yellow, and orange. And I did that for my headers. I kept the weather icons, and I basically condensed the time trackers into 3 lines. It gave me enough space for this week. If it were a busier week, I don't know if this layout would work out as well, but I'm really happy with how it came out. It's really, really cool, and it still gave me a place to, like, you know, write in my doodles and things that were happening at the time. And so that is pretty much it with my April setup. Again, this was such an experimental month because it was my first full month bullet journaling. But I have to say, I love this system only because it gives you such creative freedom. The fact that, like, from week to week, I could change out the layout however I want depending on what's going on, and I could just, like, totally go with the theme, is just awesome to me. And so I really do like it. So that is it for this video. Stay tuned next week when I go over my May 2016 bullet journal setup video, because that's really exciting, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I have, what I've done for that. And again, give this video a thumbs up. Please check me out on alexandraplans.com, my blog. Check me out on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you want to join with us in the Doodle With Us in May challenge, please check out my Instagram. It'll be really, really fun, and I hope you guys can join in with us. And we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And until next time, bye.